Welcome into Rapid Recap. Jeff Lageman and Bucky Brooks, and it's always presented by Dreamfinders Homes. The Jaguars win the AFC South Title 20-16 today here against the Tennessee Titans. There was a lot at stake, and boy, I tell you what, the reward is big.
The reward is big. It was great to see the team respond to the adversity. This is a tough game. Closeout games are always very, very difficult. It didn't go their way. They were behind the entire game. But for the defense to rise up and make the plays that they made, look, let's be honest. The second half, the defense kind of took over, started kind of imposing their will on the Titans, forced some turnovers, and those turnovers end up being the deciding factor in the game.
That defense has been so opportunistic in the series that you're talking about the number of series they had. Tyson Campbell gets an interception. They have a 3-and-out, another 3-and-out, and then a scoop and score. This defense really picked up the slack with an offense that was really struggling to find some footing.
Yeah, the offense was struggling, so the defense really took over the game. And when you talk to the players, Josh Allen, those guys are talking about the identity of the defense, physicality, and forcing turnovers. And that is what took place. You guys mentioned, 13 quarterback hits on a team that runs the football. So when you hit the quarterback, you generate turnovers, good things happen, and it certainly happened at the end of the game.
I got to say, my fingernails are chewed down a little bit. Derrick Henry and Mike Vrabel, give Mike Vrabel and the Titans credit coming in here with a wounded football team and one great player, a quarterback who had been on their roster for 17 days, making his second career start. They gave a valiant effort.
Absolutely. And whenever you play the Tennessee Titans, you know the game is going to be an ugly game. They're going to make it where you're going to have to beat them. They're not going to give it to you. Derrick Henry had it going. Josh Dobbs played outstanding for about 3 quarters. But then the Jaguars finally put pressure on him, meaning he had to make plays as opposed to Derrick Henry making plays. And finally, it unraveled, and that was the difference. But, man, it took until 2 minutes and 40 seconds left before it fell apart. But it was a great win for the Jaguars despite a very, very valiant effort from the Tennessee Titans.
All right, let's go back in time to wrap this up. 1996, the last game of the year. I remember a tense football team against the Atlanta Falcons, and then when we got in the playoffs, we were playing with house money and we had nothing to lose.
Very, very similar to the 96 teams in terms of, hey, all you want to do is have an opportunity to get into the tournament. Well, now you're in the tournament. Everyone is all the same. And so all those teams that had Super Bowl expectations, the Jaguars didn't. And so now you talk about a young football team that should be loose and able to play. I think this is when the fun starts. But I think the X factor for the Jags, this Super Bowl winning coach. He understands what it's like to get there. He's a stone cold killer when it comes to being a play caller. I think we'll see a different version of the Jaguars in the tournament.
Here we go. Playoffs start next week right here in Duval.